Hello again. Here we are, a Magister, Miles Magister, not to be confused with the Fuga CM170 Magister, which is a different Magister altogether. Also nicknamed the Maggiebomber, which doesn't mean they drop bombs on people called Margaret, but it's the short for Magister, slang. Anyways, from RS models, I've never owned an RS model before. And looking at the kit, it seems to be similar in some ways to the KPM range, and they're also made in Czech Republic, or Czechia as they call it now. 5 different options. Got one for when the RAF was in El Kabrit in Egypt in 1943. Experimental Maggiebomber version RAF 1940. I'm not sure whether that was for training or just desperate, needing something to drop bombs. I think it was a bomb training system. 39 to 40 for the Estonians, before they were invaded, probably. Went in for Australian use, Royal Australian Air Force, 1938. And one for what looks like a Polish squadron, 307 RAF in Derby in UK, 1941. Which is probably, I'll build that one or that one. But there we are, 5 options. That's value for money, isn't it? So I'll just put the box to one side for now and have a look at the instructions, which are thus wise. And unlike the massive instructions we had for the Phantom kit I showed you a few weeks ago, the other week, it's one piece of paper. That's it. But it's a small plane, so don't expect any different. You got nice little counterparts where everything goes, little colour callouts. You have to learn what letter goes with this, which colour, but it's a basic colour scheme really. Wouldn't worry about it. You've got, unlike some aircraft kits, you've actually got it through. You've got the actual column for the controls underneath instead of just pegged on the floor. This is a nice little novelty. Rudder pedals, little photograph of showing where the compass goes, and you got photo etch parts for the harness. That's that, and it's like a little film thing to go in between photo etch film and plastic, but I probably won't go that far with it. Probably pink dots or something, because it's 172, a fraction of an inch across. There we are, a little bit of interior side wall on the cockpit interior. Got the instrument panels, and it shows you where the photo etch harnesses go. You've even got a little bit of an engine part there to stick on, so you can see from the front, so you can see the engine through the hole there. It is a hole rather than just a painted black situation. Fella, obviously. I'm not sure what these are. These look like the parts on the box front. These by I just think it's some sort of a hood which they pull across. And these are the canopies, as it were, but they're just acetates which you fold and glue in place, which is a different way of doing it, but nonetheless valid, I expect. And probably thinner when it comes down to it. The pitot tube is a photo etch part as well. That's tiny, and little various parts. Little basket there for putting the bombs on. That's photo etch, and it's going to be a bit tricky, but as you see there, that's the basic information. Make sure you put on the wings the right angle. Makes a little bit of extra detail. And you've got the option of the one with spats or the one with just bare legs. And as it says, it's just for information there. So there we are, that's the instructions, quickly covered. And also, unlike the Phantom kit from a few weeks ago, you got the very basic but sufficient decal sheet. Looks clear to me. It doesn't feel too thick or flimsy. The Estonian colours, and the RAF ones and the Royal Australian Air Force ones. So they're all good. Here's your, that's just a bit of backing paper. Here's your bit of acetate for the instrument panel and the cockpit canopy, windscreens really, or more of a canopy, isn't it? Windscreen we call it. And is the fret edge photo, what do you call it? The bronze bits anyway, the copper bits, or the photo etch, that's the word, photo etch parts. There, so you get quite a nice little options there for additional parts, and that's the kit itself. You got an option if to use the plastic part instead of the photo etch pitot tube, I think. Or I could be wrong. That's probably actually the control column, isn't it? Take that back. That's the control column there with the through part underneath the seat. But it's a one sprue. Again, unlike other kits I've had recently. Nice little, well, what can I say? It's recessed panel lines, except for where the little inspection panels are raised, as you'd expect. Moulded in control surfaces, but unless you're really keen on having them flopping down, no need to worry about that. Slightly raised detail where it needs to be raised detail. See, and cockpit interiors and all that good stuff. Ejector pins there, but they're not really in the way, so that's good. Propeller, a little bit of flash in the propeller, but considering the rest of it, it's fine. And that's the hood thing they put over itself. If you're probably for night flight training. Anyway, nothing much all to say about that. 7.5 minutes is long enough to point at a single sprue in a tube kit. Not that bad actually, but it's less than £20. And there we are. The Miles Magister, nickname of the Maggiebomber because of the little bombs. Alright, RAF trained in the 1930s, the early part of the war. Thank you for watching. Cheerio.